All right, some pictures from the FIBA AfroBasket. But before we go to that, let's exhaust what we have on tennis. And Tyler, let's go back to talking about the ladies. You know, it's going to be a moment. It's a moment she's going to treasure for the rest of her life. Some people get just one chance.
Right.
But let's pay some thought for Madison Keys as well.
Yeah. I mean,
she took it well.
It's safe to say, yeah, obviously, the conqueror. Good friend of ours on the WTA tour. But on the day, you'd have to say the occasion got to her. Maybe nerves as well, too, definitely. But nerves happen every time, you know, in major championships.
True champions overcome it.
Exactly. It's how you handle it. Sloane Stephens was on record as saying she had the nerves as well, too, but she was able to deal with it, you know, during the match itself, and she was able to overcome it and win. But for Madison Keys, wasn't meant to be. She's still, you know, young as well, so a lot of years ahead of her, and she might just end up winning a title, a Grand Slam title, before it's all said and done. But back to Sloane Stephens, and she's having a great time, understandably so. I imagine she's going to be on top of the world for the next couple of weeks now, definitely.
Yeah, she's going to enjoy all the glitz, the glamour. She's already doing some trophy parade around. And I mean, she has the whole of New York for the next 1 year. All the exhibitions, all the talk shows, all of that. Don't be surprised if you see a book, if you hear about a book being written. But we'll wait to see.
Yeah, we'll wait to see. But in the meantime, she's had a lot to say, and she's going to have a lot to say in the next couple of weeks as well. Let's listen to Sloane Stephens, U.S. Open champion.
Honestly, I haven't been able to really celebrate. Last night we had a little party, which was really fun, but then since then I slept 4 hours last night, and first thing in the morning back to work doing all kinds of stuff, so it hasn't really been able to sink in yet, but I'm super excited and super happy. Honestly, I'm just really honored and privileged to be able to play at such a time and with amazing players, such amazing American players, and I think Venus and Serena set the bar really high, and I think for the younger girls, we definitely have something to look up to and aspire to, and I think we're doing just that, and I think everyone's headed in the right direction.
Yes, definitely in the right direction. American tennis, when you consider that 4 semi-finalists in the women's singles all were from the United States of America. Now, that's it for the women's singles. Let's go back to the guys now. And Rafael Nadal right now is on 16 Grand Slams, and the question a lot of people are asking is he going to overtake Roger Federer at the end of the day? Is he going to catch up with Roger Federer, who's on 19, 16 and 19? That's 3 in between those lads now, and that's a lot. Considering how Roger Federer is playing as well, so next year you can't rule that guy out from actually adding to his majors. So, but realistically, I think Nadal's got a chance. I mean, if you want to consider that the French Open is barring any serious injury, I could see Nadal winning the French Open in the next for the next 2-3 years. Okay. Who knows how Roger Federer is going to play next year? We don't know, but it looks in form as well too.
Yeah. 4 or 5 years ago, a lot of people were saying Roger Federer can't overtake Pete Sampras. Yeah. He's done that. Right. This year has showed us as impossible. It's nothing. I would have said Nadal will overtake him. That's if Roger Federer is not active. Right. But as long as he steps to the courts, it's hard to call.
A chance of winning.
I remember some of us saying Novak is going to eclipse these guys. Injury has slowed him down now, and he has a lot of room to recover because both has won 2 more, and he's on 12. So it's a very long way to go for.
Long way to go. Roger Federer, 19 Grand Slam titles. Rafael Nadal, 16. Pete Sampras is retired now. He's on 14. And you also have Novak Djokovic, 12. That's the only active player that is close to even catching up with Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer. That's it for tennis now. Let's move on with the show. And let's talk basketball now. And it is getting interesting in Tunisia. The FIBA AfroBasket. We're in the quarterfinal stage now, and Nigeria is definitely still in the hunt to defend the title they won 2 years ago, incidentally in the same country. The last game, though, was was a loss.
Yeah.
And no one saw, I mean, they lost
An
to Congo.
anticlimax.
Yeah, that was a strange one.
Didn't see it happening. I don't know. I'm still at a loss as to what happened. They started, well, you know, the first game, well, just very
narrow win
very
over
narrow.
Côte d'Ivoire.
But I thought they got over it in the second game.
Because against Mali, it was a very convincing win.
And they didn't play against those teams that will ring bell, that, you know, maybe Angola, Senegal, some of those teams that when they play against you, you know. But then again, I'm not taking anything away from this team, you know, if you want to consider what they've been through and, you know, the issues surrounding their preparations and all that, you still have to give this team credit for what they've been able to achieve. And you see, they're down, but they're not out because they're in the qualifier. It's not a knockout. If it was a knockout, you know, game, we'll probably be here and say it's all over. But they can make amends for whatever happens in the quarterfinal, I think, against Cameroon.
Yes, I mean, a loss is a loss. I mean, it's a round-robin situation. Yeah. So they won the first two games, which put them in good stead. Winning your last game, thankfully, it wasn't too costly, because it could have been that way, but it wasn't too costly. And Nigeria advanced to the quarterfinals of the FIBA Afrobasket, where they would get to take on Cameroon. Cameroon, that's the next hurdle for Nigeria's D-Tigers on their way to retaining the title they won 2 years ago. And Cameroon and Nigeria, you would say Nigeria should have the edge when it comes to basketball. Cameroon, they're not your Senegal or your Angola or even Tunisia. So Nigeria might have a good chance of that one. But there are other fixtures, before we come back to Nigeria, other fixtures in the quarterfinals. You have Senegal taking on Angola. Okay, I see a lot of people like, hooray there, because those two will knock each other out. Two really good sides in Senegal and Angola. You have Morocco taking on Egypt. You also have Tunisia, the host country. We're going to get to the final in 2015. Now they're trying to go one step further. They take on DR Congo. I won't be surprised if that's a breeze for Tunisia at all. But back to Nigeria, I mean, this one's going to be a tight one, like it is in any situation, any sport between Nigeria and Cameroon. You know, that bragging rights, apart from qualifying and advancing in the competition, there's that bragging rights as well there to play for. So this is not going to be easy.
Yeah, even when they don't have the pedigree like Nigeria in those sports, but because maybe Nigeria, Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, they're always going to raise the level of their game. I hope it's not going to be enough for them to cause an upset against us. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That's the team comparison, Tyre.
Yes. Okay, so let's just go through both sides, Nigeria and Cameroon. 2 points, field goal. The Cameroonians have the edge there, 51% compared to Nigeria's 46%. If it goes to the 3 points, field goals, that's where Nigeria, you know, is actually the better side in this competition so far. 35.1% compared to 30 points, 30.5 for Cameroon. Bench points, that's another one there that we can go through. If you go through all these departments, Yemi, you see Nigeria has a hedge in some parts. For example,
it's close to call.
Yeah, it rebounds as well, so 45 to Nigeria. Assists.
We have an edge.
Right.
Turnovers.
We have a lot more turnovers than the Cameroonians. We all know turnovers are killers when it comes to basketball, so they have to definitely take care of the ball better. The steals, Nigeria with the edge there, 9.7 compared to 6.7 from Cameroon. Let's go back to the bench points. I mean, there's a team game where we talk about it all the time. Bench points, the Cameroonians seems to
have people who can come in, make the difference.
Absolutely. Look, the difference is quite huge. I mean, 22 to 12. So, yeah. But the coach, Alex Nwora, I mean, we have to cut him some slack. He hasn't had enough time with his team. I've seen a lot of basketball pundits and fans alike saying the defense is not strong enough. They're not aggressive enough, and so he has to work on those things. Good thing is he's got about 3 days to work on all these, shortcomings that we've seen so far in this tournament. The quarterfinals is on Thursday against Cameroon. So it's today, tomorrow, and Wednesday to
walk around all of those things. We wish the team all the best, and hopefully they'll be able to get all of those things fine-tuned. All right, let's enjoy one of the previous games of the D Tigers, and we'll come back. There's still so much for you on Sports This Morning.